going to talk about special products of polynomials. And first we're going to look at the difference of two squares. Then we're going to look at a square of a binomial when it is an addition problem. Then we're going to look at the square of a binomial when it's a subtraction problem there. You can see on the screen kind of what we'll be working on as we glance at these. You're looking for this special situation when the two things in the binomial are the same, and one's addition and one is subtraction. And so let's actually glance at a problem like that. And so as we look at a problem like that, it'll be something like x plus 5 times x minus 5. Now let's look at what happens first just when we use FOIL there. And so first times first, that's x times x, that's going to be x squared. Then when we do the outside, that's going to be minus 5x, and the inside here is going to be plus 5x. And then finally the last, which will be minus 25. What you'll see happens is x squared minus 5x plus 5x, that cancels out here in the middle. Those cancel out to be 0, so I'm left with just x squared minus 25. That's no coincidence. That middle term will cancel out every time when you have this situation, when we have the same thing, but one's addition and one's subtraction. So I can give you another one, like x minus 10, x plus 10. The benefit of knowing the pattern is you can be real quick about it. Identify that they're the same, except for one is subtraction and one is addition. Square the first one, x times x is x squared. Square the second one, 10 times 10 is 100, and it's subtraction. Now, that first term could be a lot of different things, and so you could have like 2m minus 3, for instance. If you have 2m minus 3, 2m plus 3, it's the same thing though. So you notice that we have 2m and a 3, one subtraction, one's addition, so square the first one. 2m times 2m, that's 4m squared. 3 times 3 is 9, and it's subtraction. So that is what happens when you have a difference of squares. And so you have the exact same things, but one is subtraction, one is addition. Let's look at the next situation. The next situation would be where we're actually just squaring something. So like x plus 4 squared. The common misconception is that that's going to be x squared plus 16. Don't fall for that mistake. Again, let's start by just foiling it. And so x plus 4 times x plus 4 and seeing what happens. First times first is x squared. The outside is going to be plus 4x. The inside is going to be plus 4x. And the last ones are going to be 4 times 4, 16. Notice these middle terms do not cancel out. And so we do not have x squared plus 16. Rather, we have x squared plus 8x plus 16. Now, we still want to look at the pattern here. And the pattern that happens, so that we can jump right from the beginning to the answer. The pattern that happens is when you're squaring something that's an addition problem like this, we're going to square the first term. We're going to square the second term there. And so we have x times x is x squared, 4 times 4 is 16. For the middle term, though, what we're actually going to do is we're going to multiply those together. So 4 times x, that's 4x. And then it always has this where it's the same thing, 4x plus 4x. And so we're just going to take that and we're going to multiply by 2. Now 2 times 4x is 8x. And that's where this middle term will come from. And so the goal then is to be able to do this no matter what you have. So let's say x plus 8 squared. The goal then is, if we know that pattern, is that we can go ahead and just do it quickly. So x times x is x squared. 8 times 8 is 64. And then 8 times x, that's 8x. And 8x times 2 is 16. So I have x squared plus 16x plus 64. And that'll work each time that you're working with a situation where you're just squaring a binomial and it's an addition problem. You'll find the subtraction to be almost exactly the same. When you're subtracting, so let's just do x minus 5 squared. When you're subtracting there, you're going to do the same thing. X times x is x squared. 5 times 5 is 25. And then 5 times x is 5x. And I'm going to multiply that by 2. So I'm going to have 10x. So the method there is exactly the same. The only thing that's different are the signs. For the signs there, we took negative 5 times negative 5, so that's going to be a plus 25. But we had minus 5 and minus 5, and so this ends up being subtraction. So if you think about foiling it, when you do your outside and inside, you get negative 5x minus 5x. Negative 5x minus 5x gives you the negative 10x. Now, let's do one where you're not just having an x. Let's do 2m minus 3 squared. Same idea. 2m times 2m. That's 4m squared. 3 times 3. That's 9. 3 times 2m is 6m. Take that times 2. That's going to be 12m. That's where my middle term comes from. Minus 12m plus 9. And that is the special products that we have. And so you can look at it, it's the exact same as FOIL. So if you don't remember these special products, that's fine, because you can always FOIL them out and get the same answers. But if you can remember the special products, it can save you a lot of time as you're going through and doing these problems. The nice thing about this is if you have extra time, then what you can do is you can fry up some bacon. And we all need more time to sit around, relax, and eat some bacon. I hope you guys have a great night. I will talk to you at the school.